YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the New York Knicks improving to 500 by beating the Miami Heat, who fall to 500. And this was a fun game to watch and see as both teams was going at it. Miami started off the first quarter 32 with a lead because they only scored 26 for the Knicks. 26-26 in the second quarter. The Knicks made a run 35-22 in the third quarter, and they was able to finish them off in the fourth quarter with a 29-27 lead in the fourth for 116 to 107 points against the Heat. Mikal Bridges looked a little bit better. He was 6 of 16 from the field, 4 of 11 from three, 1 and 2 from the free throw line. He did have 6 assists and 2 steals, and he also had 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, plus 10 and plus minus 17 points. And OG Ananobi, 3 of 6 from the field, 3 of 6 from three. That was his only shot attempts. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, plus 11 and plus minus 11 points. And Towns just looked at like a beast in the paint. Even if he was outside of the paint, he was putting the ball on the floor and getting to the basket. He shot 4 or 5 from three. He also made all his free throws, 6 of 6. He was 17 of 25 from the field, 13 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 5 personal fouls, plus 15 and plus minus, and 44 points. They do have to find a way to get Towns out of foul trouble because he's been fouling a whole lot, and he's not the greatest defender, but he can be a defender that can be respectable in the paint area. But he's just getting in too much foul trouble. And based off how this team is right now, depth wise, they're going to need him as much as they can get him. And 39 minutes is a lot of time, but you need him even for the overtime periods if that happens, because this team sometimes can get in a funk offensively. Brunson, 22 points, plus 5 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 9 assists, 2 rebounds, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 3 of 7 from the 3-point line, 6 of 18 from the field. Josh Hart, I picked him to be my hustle player of the year because games like this, when he gets 10 points, plus 9 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 1 steal, 6 assists. He did have 14 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 2 of 5 from the 3-point line. He was 4 of 7 from the field. Sims, 2 points, negative 6 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 3 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 1 of 1 from the field. CP, Cameron Payne, 0 points, plus 4 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 block, 1 steal, 5 assists, 1 rebound, and he was all 1 from the field and 3, and he didn't shoot no free throws. But this is a decent game for Cameron Payne. Miles McBride came in 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, negative 3 and plus minus 10 points. He was the only player to get double figures off the bench, and they didn't really play nothing that many people, about 8 people tonight for Tom Thibodeau and his Knicks, and that was enough to get it done. 40 of 82, 48% from the field, 18 of 40, that's 45% from three, and it was 18 of 20, 90% from the free throw line, and that's a lot of free throws, 20 attempts, 42 rebounds, 30 assists, 8 steals, 4 blocks, 9 turnovers, and 16 personal fouls as a team. And the Heat, they found some things that worked well for them against the Knicks, but it wasn't much. Nikola Jovic, 10 points, negative 13 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 assist, 6 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 0 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, 4 of 7 from the field. Jimmy Butler, 15 points, negative 10 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 0 2 from the 3-point line, 6 and 9 from the field. Didn't really look dominant in this game. They need Jimmy to play better. They need him to do more, even if he's older, because that's what they're paying him for. And if he wants that type of paycheck again, he's going to have to continue to become a dominant player all over again. And these type of performances not going to help you beat the elite of the East and the best in the West. And he knows that. So he has to step it up. I would say the same thing about Bam. Sometimes Bam looks like a starter. Sometimes he looks like one of the best players in the league. He be off and on depending on the season sometimes too. 11 points for him, -9 and +/- 3 personal fouls, one turnover, one steal, 4 assists. He only had 3 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He was 0 of 2 from three, 3 of 7 from the field. Bam has to take more than 7 shots, and Jimmy Butler has to take way more than 9 if they want to be a competitive team. Tyler Hero was 12 of 20 and 8 of 13 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 5 rebounds and 7 assists. He did his job. One steal, one turnover, 2 personal fouls, -3, and plus minus in game high for the Heat, 34 points. And then Terry Rozier, 16 points, -5 plus/- 2 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 of 8 from the 3 point line, 5 of 14 from the field. And Robinson, 5 points, 1 turnover, 2 rebounds, 1 of 5 from three, 2 of 7 from the field. Thomas Bryant made 2 threes, which they needed in those times. Those was his only shots. He only had 3 rebounds and one offensive rebound because he only played 15 minutes. 2 personal fouls, 6 points. Smith, 2 points, -7 plus/- 3 blocks, 4 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the field or one from three. Jaime Jaquez, 2 of 10 from the field or one from three. 8 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 4 assists, one turnover, 4 personal fouls, +2 and plus/- 8 points. The rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision, and Kevin Love had a personal reason why he didn't play. 37 of 81, 45% from the field. 17 of 40, they shot 42% from three. They struggled at the free throw line. 16 of 24, that's 66%. 39 rebounds, 27 assists, 6 steals, 3 blocks, 10 turnovers, 17 personal fouls, and 107 points. This was a game that the Knicks had to win if they wanted to continue to build up their credibility and their respect around the league. I will also say they don't want the East to get confidence against them early on in their trial and tribulation period because they're still trying to figure out what they are and what they can do, what lineups work together best, how do this team want to play offensively now that they got some new additions to the team that they didn't have last year, and how they can get better acclimated with each other on both ends of the court. But like I said, their biggest problem is keeping Towns out of foul trouble because he's one of the best players on this team. Sometimes I feel like he is the best player because he can get rebounds and he can score, and he is one of their biggest assets is his ability to screen and get guys open. And he needs to do that for this team because a lot of these guys need that space or that first step to be able to attack and get a shot off. Even Jalen Brunson needs that sometimes, and that's why the pick and pop was working so well today because they put so much pressure making those decisions off those screens, and then they got to always react to Towns because he can shoot on all three levels: mid range, inside the interior, and at the 3 point line. And he can also use his strength and quickness to blaze past guys that's smaller or shorter or not as strong enough to be physical with him and finish still, or he can just go up and dunk if he's in a dunker spot, or he can even hit a hook shot. So knowing those things and knowing how great he is because of those things that he brings to the table makes him one of the toughest covers in the entire NBA. I love that move for this reason because that's what they really need, but they need to find a way to keep him on the court as much as they can, and that's the Tom Thibodeau style of play anyway. So it makes sense why he played 39 minutes, even though he did have 5 personal fouls and he was teetering on the ability to foul out tonight. But other than that, the Knicks they still look good. The Heat they look a little old. They look a little tired. They didn't really look like they was up for today game. It seemed like they was trying to figure it out as it goes, and by then the Knicks was able to find their groove and find what they was doing best and do it against the Heat as much as they can. And the Heat just ran out of gas. They just couldn't keep it going. They just couldn't find momentum. They couldn't get hot enough from three. They couldn't get in the paint as much as they would like. And that's why the Heat just don't look great anymore. They just look like a team that if you don't prepare for them, they can out hustle you. They can push you around. They can get some opportunities to go their way, and they got guys that can step up in big moments and make big plays and big shots. But if they're not in those situations, they always trailing, trying to find a way to come back so that they can win the game by just playing with effort and energy. But they didn't seem like they had that tonight, and that's why if they either got an injury or guys are missing, they usually do look like this. It's rare to see them look like this when they have Bam and Jimmy, but if they don't have shooting really doing extra mental right, they really have to have that shooting to be able to beat some teams, because if they're not shooting the ball exceptionally well, they're going to struggle. And they 66 from the free throw line, you can't do that. They did shoot well from three, but they need more than that because they really wasn't creating turnovers or causing too much havoc defensively, because the Knicks was getting the shots that they wanted. Like I said, because of the screens and Karl Anthony Towns, and the fact that you got to guard Brunson because he's so patient and so smart on the way he attacks the defense. And you always got to pay attention to him. And if you pay too much attention to him, he can make you pay with the pass. So they just found a team that was better. And the Knicks got to continue to prove that against the Clevelands and the Orlando's too, that they can be better and that they the number two team in the Eastern Conference. They was last year. They got better on paper. Now we got to see, because some of these teams upgraded their rosters too in the East and in the West. Then we start to figure out, is the Knicks something, as people talk to them about them so much on the media front. Now they have to back some of that up, because this is the purpose of making these moves. We'll see. This was a good pickup win for them. And other than that, I enjoyed the game. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. If you're new to the channel, I do discussion videos just like this and other variety of discussions. I also do breakdowns of current legends, past legends, and rookies. And I also want to remind my fans that if you've been fans of the channel, just continue to check the channel throughout the day, because it may be a video you missed or you didn't see because you was busy, you had other stuff to do. Notification bell does help with that too, but you still might be busy after you get the notification bell. Just keep watching, keep tuning in like you guys been doing. I appreciate what you guys did for the channel. This is the biggest analyst channel on YouTube, and I love the fact that you got me this far as supporting the channel to the best of your ability. Even if you clicking and clicking off, it's still a way to support the channel, and I still appreciate the fans that come and go too, because they show interest in the channel, and that's a positive thing too to look at. Other than that, I'll be back with more analysis to wrap up the night, and I'll see you guys hopefully later tonight.